So Nature's Prophet, he'll have the Sprout. You could Sprout into Split Earth. Doom, he could be going into the off lane. Nature's Prophet could be going into the off lane. Storm Spirit's still available. We've been seeing a lot of Storm, Leshrac, Nature's Prophet. That could put Doom into the 4 position and then have a 5 position support, say a Bane or a Shadow Shaman or a Rubik. Hell, they could go to the 5 position Nature's Prophet, offlane Doom, and then, you know, still pick up that Storm, as well as the Shadow Shaman Rubik, or really the Bane. Any one of those supports that gives you a little bit of control. So we'll have to see.
Dire team pick.
And they go Grimstroke. So instead of going to any of those supports, they go Grimstroke for the double Doom. I don't dislike it. They've also got the slow as well as the ink swell. And with the movement speed that Doom will have, I think he's a pretty good candidate to have ink swell on him.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So we'll have to see what Sirius pick up. What they'll want to go with here, and you know, you've got the Abaddon for the sustain. You do want to stun. Tian Ming has loved that Tiny. Wouldn't be surprised to see it here. 4 position Tiny, always top notch.
Radiant team back.
And they go Earthshaker. So they'll pick up the Earthshaker with the Abaddon. That does in fact give them a stun to work with. They've got Lasso for lockdown. I would like to see one more stun. I wouldn't be surprised to see Storm for either of these teams. I would be more inclined to see it with Keen
10
Gaming.
seconds remaining.
I would expect Sirius to
5
ban the
seconds
Storm.
remaining.
They do have that first pick. We could see them go into the OD. And Keen Gaming, maybe they ban the OD. And then Sirius could ban the Storm. They've been picking a lot of Queen of Pain. That's been a very popular mid pick here in the Chinese region.
Dire team back.
That's why it's going to get banned. So Queen of Pain gets banned. Again, still movement available here with
10 seconds remaining.
the Storm still available to pick. See if Sirius bans that out.
5 seconds
Maybe they'll ban
remaining.
the TA. But they could even be just going Leshrac over mid.
Dire team pick.
So they ban the OD themselves.
Radiant team pick.
And they do pick up the Storm. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. Storm for either side, like I said. I wasn't surprised to see it.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So, King Gaming, they could go TA here. Okay, they go
Now
DK.
select your heroes.
DK to me is much more of a comfort mid. It's nothing too exciting. You know it's going to do relatively well. Very sustainable. It gives you a stun. I think the Storm was a bit of a pick ban here, as ASD did play the Storm very well yesterday. So not too surprised to see it for Team Sirius again. Especially with Sylar on the troll. I believe they went with that
10 seconds
safe
remaining.
lane mid in a game yesterday. Maybe even multiple
5
games
seconds
yesterday.
remaining.
We see Yi on the Dragonite, Dark on the Grimstroke, Old Chicken on the Leshrac, Old 11 on the offlane Nature's Prophet, Kaka on that 4 position Doom. Putting Tianming on the Abaddon, and HYM on the Earthshaker, Sylar on that Troll, Inflame on the Batrider, ASD on the Storm. I think that's a bit of a shock. Having Tianming on the Abaddon as I drink water and it goes down the wrong way. Give me a second. Jesus. I was dying there for a second. I almost did. So, truthfully, I do like Sirius's lineup. I'm not always a huge fan of the DK. I think, again, it's a very safe comfort pick.
Prepare for battle.
So, let's see how this ends up going down. Where they're going to be putting these heroes. Sylar going over top with Tianming. I'm interested to see if Tianming plays a more aggressive Abaddon. Oh, look at the tips coming out for the Abaddon. Getting himself 450 gems. Or points. Should give him more. Give more tips. Treen comes over. We'll spot Sylar. Again, this is we've been seeing a lot of this. Just making sure you get the proper matchups for yourself. They do send Old Chicken over towards
30
bottom,
seconds to battle.
but at the same time, they've got Nature's Prophet down here as well. So they are just looking for the matchup that they prefer.
The battle begins.
So Tianming just hitting away. Split Earth comes through onto Sylar. There's 3 bounty runes for Sirius so far, and Dark will pick up 1 at least. So let's see what Sylar and Tianming are able to do in this lane. As we've got Old Chicken as well as Dark looking to go up against this troll. And Sylar, he's got to be careful. You know, Stroke of Fate comes out with a Split Earth, takes a lot of damage, and could find himself in a bit of trouble. Especially when Leshrac hits level 2, we could see, you know, maybe he goes into the Diabolic Edict, as well as if the Inkswell is put onto Grimstroke, they land the stun, and they run at this troll. He's just got to be careful. And Yi against ASD. I don't really expect too much here from Yi unless he gets a rotation to come out. And for Sirius, at least, if they have the rotation from HYM and they do fissure block the DK, it's still just a hard kill. I don't know. I don't really expect him to rotate unless he gets a second rotation from the Abaddon. So we'll see if they end up rotating or if it's just going to be ASD looking to get level 6 and then he'll rotate somewhere. HYM already getting sent back because he's got no regen. Ooh. Flame goes down as Earthshaker leaves the lane. HYM forced to walk all the way back, and Inflame ends up dying over bottom. So he loses his life. That's to the Doom as well as the Nature's Prophet, and a Doom that doesn't have Infernal Blade. Just old 11 here with Treants as well as Sprout. So definitely a bit of a shock. So, you know, things are relatively quiet. I think just having HYM leave that lane put him in a bit of trouble. The miscoils again from Tianming. Just trying to keep Sylar healthy as well as harassing this lane. They've got old Chicken pretty low. Although without any sort of control, really, he shouldn't exactly be in too much trouble. And I think the trouble comes once ASD does hit level 6 and he's able to like ball lightning in and maybe Vortex. He hasn't actually gotten a level in Vortex, and I think that's because he doesn't think anything can happen at the moment in this lane. So see if he even goes into Vortex before 6. Bottom, Inflame again taking a lot of damage here with old 11 and Kaka just hitting away at him. They use that Infernal Blade to start Firefly to try and get out of this one. He'll salve and TP back to the tower. But towards top, Split Earth, not going to land. They've got the slow here on the Dark. HYM trying to get the kill. The Stroke of Fate comes in. Miscoil from Tianming to get the kill on the Dark, and we're even at 1. So, I believe they should eventually get that Miscoil denied.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like HYM might set up to come over mid. Got ASD at level 5, and about to hit level 5 is Yi. And there it is. Although HYM he turns back around. He maybe senses the pressure coming out from Keen Gaming as the creeps are pushing up. Stroke of Fate getting charged up, and behind him though is HYM. And Dark has to be a little bit careful. South bot tier by Sylar. As now over bottom, you've got Inflame who's starting to farm up pretty well, and actually the TP back. Firefly came out with 4 stacks of sticky napalm. He immediately wants to just get out of there, knowing that he could be in trouble if they played aggressively, especially with the creeps pushing up into the tower, taking that aggro. It could have put the Nature's Prophet in a bit of trouble. And now he no longer has those stacks, and Inflame taking shots. Treant's trying to body block this Bat Rider with Kaka coming around. He needs to get to the right side of this tower as HYM dies to old Chicken. He'll get into the trees. He should be safe. Has Firefly in a second, but just doesn't have the mana for it. So 2,000 net worth lead right now for Keen Gaming. But, you know, while they are getting that net worth lead, you've got ASD who has hit level 6. He didn't go into the Electric Vortex. Meanwhile, Inkswell on the Tianming. They'll bring Kaka over. They think about going in on the Abaddon. Level 2 on the Miscoil is ready, so he could deny himself if they had gone forward with attacking. But it looks like they're just going to pressure this tier 1 tower as they'll lose old 11 bottom with the help of HYM. They'll go after the tower. We'll see if there's any rotations that'll come through from the storm.
Radiant structures are fortified.
AST does walk over, but again, he doesn't have Vortex, so they have no lockdown in the moment. Ball lightning for a second. The fissure comes in, and behind them is HYM. Yi takes a lot of damage. The Miscoil comes out. They lose Sylar over top. The flame break onto Yi. They don't have a lasso to stop this, and, well, this is just sloppy play. Nothing comes out of this for Sirius except that Sylar is left alone, and he ends up dying.
Is under attack.
with that pressure over mid and the rotations coming out, it allows Keen Gaming to get themselves the tier 1 tower over top, and that's going to cut into where StarLadder should feel comfortable farming, as he's not even level 5 yet. That is really bad here for Sirius's. Experience-wise, they're not down too much. It is sitting just around even, but it's almost a 3,000 net worth lead, and they really could use a little bit more here from Inflame, as he might go Boots of Travel first, but we'll see if it's Boots of Travel or the Blink Dagger. We've been seeing bots first for Bat Riders the last couple of matches. And then Soaring for Earthshaker. We'll see if he buys out on that or if he is going to end up going into the Blink Dagger. Inkswell, Dark, trying to get this stun, but it's not going to land. They'll get the kill. A little low on mana, but shouldn't be in too much trouble. The Diabolic Edict comes out. ASD taking a little bit of damage here. Puts some back towards Old Chicken. But meanwhile, over mid, HYM dies to Kaka. They do trade. ASD does get a kill. He's able to walk away here from the Leshrac, who is starting to see that this storm means business. And while this is happening, it leaves Sour to farm as he's almost level 7. So this is nice for Sirius. He's getting Sour a little bit of farm, but the problem is the pressure's coming out. They've lost their tier 1 mid, they've lost their tier 1 top. And the more you lose these outer towers, the more your spots to farm get choked out. And you kind of lose that ability to just kind of farm up and keep up with your opponent. As I say that, Inflame, he goes down bottom, getting chased by Old Chicken with the Pulse Nova ringing. And they get yet another kill. It's 5-3. And this is going to be Diabolic Edict as well as the Pulse Nova to kill off these creeps. And the Diabolic Edict explosions hitting right on into this tower. So, pressure coming out pretty heavily from the side of Keen Gaming. They've got themselves a nicely sized lead at the moment. ASD trying to do all he can to kind of bring it back for him and Sirius. But you take a look at where the net worth is, and the 3 cores of Keen Gaming are sitting towards the top. So much push here for Keen Gaming that the early pressure is a problem for Sirius, but Ball Lightning over with the Fissure. It's in a good spot to block both these heroes in. The Split Earth comes through on ASD. They also get the lasso. Ball Lightning still trying to do something, and they get the first kill on Akaka. They'll look for more, but Inflame dies. Old 11 gets a triple kill. 4 heroes drop as Old 11 with the Wrath of Nature gets HYM, ASD, TN Ming, and this is going to be another tower for sure. Woo! They're just so underpowered right now for Sirius. Nothing they can do. They're just watching these towers fall as Keen Gaming are obliterating them. This is the problem with this slower lead up for Sirius. You're dealing against a push lineup in a lineup that is ready at level 6 on most of these heroes. They haven't even used Doom yet. The Wrath of Nature just did so much damage there against Sirius. And then Pulse Nova, of course, with Split Earth and the Diabolic Edicts. You don't even take Lightning Storm unless you really want that value point in the slow. But he doesn't even need it. Sirius dealing with all kinds of trouble right now at 9-4 in favor of Keen Gaming and down 5,000 net worth just 11 minutes in. They're still hoping that Sour can bring the game back, but he's only got 1,500 gold saved up, phase boots to his name, and, well, not much else.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'd love to get a little bit more out here, but he's just inside the jungle continuing to try and farm. Meanwhile, Hood is finished off for the Dragonite. Rod of Atos will be done in 75 gold. But they smoke up, and again, it's a lot of the tools that Keen Gaming have. There's not much of an answer here for Sirius. You can run in with Old Chicken, you can run in with the Doom. He's got drums now. He's definitely a person of interest when it comes to putting Inkswell on somebody. He'll run into these fights, and then you'll Inkswell a couple of these heroes, get yourself a couple of kills, because Pulse Nova's probably running the entire time. And you've also got Wrath of Nature coming in, and so much damage coming out from Keen Gaming very quickly that Sirius won't even know what hit them. But they come over towards bottom. Old 11 already getting out of here. He'll TP away. And that is over towards top. Well, they will take another tier 2 tower and just one remaining for Team Sirius.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Fissure out on it too. This is a tier 3 push coming in already with Diabolic Edict Explosion doing so much. The Aphotic Shield, but into the Dragon Tail, and now he's been doomed up, so he can't even get that lasso off. The Echo Slam does a lot of damage, but it's not enough. And this is a problem as Sirius don't have serious enough damage to do anything. They'll buy back on the Bat Rider. They still have that lasso. They'll send back the Leshrac. They don't get the tier 3, but Keen Gaming, well, they're not done yet. This could be a quick one. Getting real close here. They used Echo Slam. They didn't get anything out of it. They'll slow up E for a moment. Sylar, though, what else do you do? Now you've lost the tier 3 tower. You want to get in on this, but can you move forward? Ball Lightning all the way in. The Vortex is a little bit long. The Silence comes out for the Phantom's Embrace. Now further forward is Kaka, who does have that Inkswell on him. Will not find a stun on anybody. He's eating a lot of damage here, as is he. They'll get themselves two. The Stroke of Fate hits onto 3 of these heroes. The Ball Lightning out of mana, though. ASD can't keep up. They are trying to find Old Chicken or Old 11. Borrowed Time gets popped here on TM Ming, and they still are giving chase. ASD trying to find the mana to move forward, but they ultimately can't find either of those two heroes and are forced to give up on the chase. They do get 2 kills there. They lose the tier 3 tower, but the kills are something. At least that was in the benefit of Team Sirius. So 6,000 net worth lead. Keen Gaming looking good. A little over ambitious, I would say. Although it looked like they were trying to get back. And well, it couldn't get back effective enough to not lose anybody. I mean, they were going to get exit kills there, I think, regardless. You leave 1 or 2 heroes there, and that's just going to be where you lose a couple of heroes. It's not too detrimental, though.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Firefly going into the Blink Dagger, though Old 11 coming in. The Sprout doesn't land around HYM. Fissure hits on a 3, but he gets hit with the Dragon Tail, and he's dead. Easy little chase there with 4 heroes coming in. Not much they can do. They really want to get the Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker, but it's been delayed once again. They'd love to have it to get that Echo Slam in on the next high ground defense, but it's going to have to wait a little bit longer, and it looks like their tier 2 tower is not long for this world.
Dire's top shrine has fallen. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower.
Sylar was boosting up towards top of the net worth for a moment, but Old Chicken gets the kill here on the Inflame, who dies once again. He's gotten into 2 bracers as well as a buckler. No Blink Dagger in the future for him. And it's hard to get away from this Leshrac, who's got the Rod of Atos, and they've got so much more to follow it up. So without your lasso, without that control, Rod of Atos comes in. No follow-up just yet, but they will lose the melee racks.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Trying to push out bottom, but Sylar might be caught here. There's the Infernal Blade trying to survive. Inkswell on top. They won't even need the Doom. They get the kill here onto Sylar once that ulti runs out. lose E top. So at least Sirius can get one thing, but they use Echo Slam for it. I don't know if that was exactly what they would have liked to use. They do get the kill, but they'll go lose TMing with this as Wrath of Nature comes in from Alt 11. It'll find them the Blink Dagger, but now, what is your Blink Dagger exactly worth when you're down with Echo Slam for 130 seconds? ASD taking a lot of damage. Treants will look to get in front of him, but won't be able to do so. Another situation where you're forced to throw an ultimate like that, and you wonder, is it worth it? If they could hold out till the next Echo Slam, that would be fine, but it is going to take some time.
Dire are scanning.
Oh!
Abaddon. Yules with the Split Earth. Borrowed Time does get popped. They're going to chase. How far are they willing to go? And it, well, it won't matter because nobody's coming in to defend for Sirius, and they'll lose the Abaddon.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very one-sided affair at the moment for King Gaming. Up about 10,000 net worth.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They're going to lose the melee racks too. They'll have Echo in 45, but again, how much does it matter? Doom, again, this is the same situation that we saw over top. He was forced to buy back the last time. Inflame goes down. He walks right into a Dragon Tail, into the Doom, ends up dying. No lasso for him, and he'll fall once again. And they take out this mid set of racks. They've taken out the mid racks. They've taken out the top racks. Just 19 minutes into the game, and Sirius looking at grasping at straws here, trying to find an opportunity to bring the game back. Rod of Atos now on the Grimstroke, so 2 Rod of Atoses for Keen Gaming. If I don't have the Battle Fury on Sylar, he was sitting top of the net worth for like a split second a couple minutes ago. Unfortunately, now he is back quite a bit. He'll use the Sprout HYM, trying to set up here. He'll just blink backwards and TP away. Sylar walks all the way back. He's brought 3 heroes up here, so they do rotate to try and get the kill onto the Troll. That opens some time and space to farm for ASD. Question is that going to be enough?
I've been wanting. Thrice the torment.
It is a long road back here for Sirius. They do have a smoke. They could try and go all out. Blink Dagger, Echo Slam already. They got to expect that they're inside Roche. They can grab themselves the Aegis and a fight. That would put him in a good spot. But this Roche going down way too quickly. Nobody coming over for Sirius, and they will spend this time pushing out lanes and farming where they can.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Set up on the high ground. HYM is looking for a spot to blink in and echo.
Radiant's bottom tower
We'll potentially try and come from behind him, but you need to defend your base, and the only set of racks in the tier 3 standing is bottom, so I would expect Keen Gaming to go that way, unless they want to just go tier 4s. They smoke again, and it will be over towards bottom. There's ball aiming in. Electric Vortex doing a lot of damage. They've got the Fissure. And old Chicken doesn't end up dying. ASD and Sylar are both just dead so quickly, and he was on a sliver of health. A buyback on Sylar. Oh man. Well, Chicken is the one holding the Aegis, so even just killing him won't be enough. They've got to kill him multiple times, and there it is. Aegis pop, Phantom's Embrace. That's out into the Earthshaker, who needs to get this silence off of him so he can throw an Echo Slam. But HYM is dead, and he doesn't have buyback. So now that Blink Dagger hasn't turned into anything except a defensive item. And they're without this Earthshaker for 30. While the entire team is in a lot of trouble. The Split Earth lands on a Sylar. They've silenced him up. The ball laning in. They've got the Vortex. Sylar surviving. Inkswell, though, with the Yules. He's sprouted up with nowhere to go, and Old Chicken is able to pulse Nova through the entire squad. GG is called by Team Sirius, and King Gaming will take Game 1. So a very, very quick Game 1. As King Gaming come out the victors, just a faster lineup the entire time. With the Leshrac, with the Nature's Prophet, having the Rod of Atos very quickly. 9-0 and 10 here for Old Chicken. Things were just very easy for King Gaming, and we see wire to wire all in their favor. Very quick game. 22 minutes in and 47 seconds. King Gaming take the victory in Game 1. Sirius looking to bounce back in Game 2. We'll see if they're able to do so. I'm a caster BCop at BCop92 on Twitter. Follow me to know when I'm casting. And later this week, I will be doing a Chinese region recap show. So be on the lookout for that. I'll see you guys in just a moment.